Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I have quite some news and quite some expensive whiskey news. The first one is one of these expensive whiskey news, and it is from Glenfarclas. There will be a 60-year-old Glenfarclas single malt. The malt was distilled on the 2nd of June 1959, and it was filled into an Oloroso sherry hogshead. And 1959 was the record distilling year at Glenfarclas. And after all these years, the cask was filled in cask strength at 40.9% ABV, which is also below drinking strength. So it is what it is. The bottle is very, very exquisite. The packaging is made from English oak with a leather, wild leather packaging and handcrafted bottle together with hand painted illustrations, and it is limited to 105 bottles. Quite a lot for such a cask that is so old. And it will only be available in Great Britain, but there will probably, these guys who want to buy this and have the money for that, they will probably travel to Britain or have someone buy it for them in Britain. Then we have Kingsbarns Balcomie is now part of the core range for Kingsbarns. It's 100% ex-Oloroso sherry cask, not colored, not chill filtered, 46% ABV. It will be sold, start of the selling is 23rd of November 2020, and when it will be distributed to which country is actually unknown yet. Then we have another very expensive whiskey news. There will be a black Bowmore Archive Cabinet will be auctioned off at Sotheby's for around 4 million Hong Kong dollars. That is 435,000 euros and I guess something like 460,000 US dollars. But the price at the auction will probably rise and get very, very much money. And this money will go to a charity that is located on Isla. So it will go for a very good cause. There are 5 bottles within this archive cabinet: a 29-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 31-year-old, a 42-year-old, and a 50-year-old. Then we have another extension of the Glenfiddich Grand series. Gran Cortés, 22 years old. It was matured in Paulo Cartado sherry cask, and the Gran Cortés is a Spanish castle. It will be sold in China and in Taiwan for 245 US dollars roundabout. If it comes to Europe or North America, we are not quite sure yet. Stay tuned, maybe we will find out that in a few weeks. Then we have another brand coming back. You all know the green spot and the yellow spot. This is an Irish whiskey, and in 2018 the red spot was relaunched, and now 56 years after it was given up, the blue spot is coming back. It was the last one sold was 1964, and now it is being sold again. It was matured in bourbon, sherry and Madeira cask, not colored, not chill filtered, in cask strength with 58.7% ABV, and will be sold around 80 euros in Ireland, Great Britain, France, Canada, North Ireland and other destinations duty-free stores. And this year is something, it is something European. You might not know Bud Spencer if you come from the United States, but in Europe there are classic films with Terence Hill and Bud Spencer, and the German distillery of St. Kilian brought out a whiskey in honor of Bud Spencer. He's an Italian guy, and yeah, he's also very famous in Italy and parts of Eastern Europe and Germany for some reason. And they were always fighting with fists. They were kind of a Western, but only with fighting scenes and very little gunfights. Some gunfights, but very little gunfights. And it was all a really good genre of Western with classical fights. And the whiskey is now in honor of this guy, and you can see his fist. And yeah, the whiskey was matured in Amarone casks, 46% ABV, and is now available in Germany and maybe worldwide as well at some point. The last one comes from Mackmyra and is called Körsbärsrök. Körsbär is the cherry, and that's actually because the ex-bourbon casks that were filled with cherry wine, and then these casks are being used for maturing the Mackmyra Körsbärsrök. 43% ABV, limited to 1,500 bottles, and unfortunately we don't have any data where and when it will be sold. Yeah, that was it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week.